everybody. Welcome into Week 4 of the NFL here on From the 50. We are live from the St. Louis, Missouri studios. TJ Weber, Nick Yale over there in Reno, Zach Zook to my left, Big Web to my left. Gentlemen, how are we doing here for Week 4?
Doing well. Out here surviving, not thriving.
Yeah. So you're not thriving?
Not really thriving. Is anybody?
Well, like with the COVID stuff, no. But I mean, you were on top of the leaderboard last week.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in terms of the
Yeah.
picks, yes, I'm thriving.
Okay. So I mean, I would say it's a good week for you then. So
15-6, baby. 78% against the spread, or 68% against the spread. So I'll take it.
Nick, how is beautiful Reno, Nevada today?
Hot. 85 degrees and sunny. Blue skies.
Wow. You son of a bitch. It's a little cold around here. It's supposed to get up to about 84 next week, so that's good. Big Web, how you doing?
Surviving.
Yeah. Well, we got a little friend for you to my left, so we decided to give Big Web an interesting punishment this week. There was these jelly beans called Bean Boozled, where you have half the bag is regular flavors, delicious blueberry, delicious peach, all this awesome stuff. And then you got, let's just give you a little test, stink bug, canned dog food,
I like that.
barf, dead fish, just to name a few. So I bought 4 packs of them. So there's 80 jelly beans in there, 40 bad, 40 good. Dad will have to eat 3 today. Tough look.
And I get to pick them.
Lucky you.
Yeah, you get to pick them blindly. You don't get to sit there and look through.
Tally said if I get lucky, I'll get a blue one.
Yeah, well, that's because it's toothpaste or blueberry.
Toothpaste.
So you might as well have mint instead of dog food. So,
And then we were going to add in edible ones, too,
None of that shit. No.
That's right. You're welcome to get involved always. 314-877-8597. It's our text line and voicemail line. You're always welcome to get involved on Facebook as well. Let us know who your favorite team is today. Let us know who you're starting in fantasy football. Before we get started, let's get going with our amazing sponsors. First of all, K. Roberts RE/MAX Gold. Who's on your team? When you're buying or selling a home, you work with a team of happy people to make it happen. Do you know who will represent you as a seller's agent, a buyer's agent, a lender? Do you need a survey? Do you want a home warranty? Keeping all the players in their position in the correct order and leading them to your goal of buying or selling your home is what your realtor can do for you. Your agent can call the plays and coordinate the actions of the team to lead you to victory, closing on your home. Call the K. Roberts team today to help keep your team moving in the right direction. 314-409-4113. The number one more time for you. 314-409-4113. Online, STL Homes, the number 4, YOU.com, STLHomesForYou.com, K. Roberts, RE/MAX Gold, the best real estate agent in the St. Louis area. Also, Sarah Barron, Family Finance Mortgage. Give her a call today, 314-537-1282. She can help you get in your home like she did with me and Laura. Her and Kay worked really well together. She's also helping to try to refinance our home as well. Sarah Barron, Family Finance Mortgage, online, familyfinancemortgage.com. One more time, 314-537-1282. Gentlemen, we go into week number 4. Very interesting turn of events with COVID-19 finally making its way into the NFL, at least in the public eye. You have a game that's already been postponed completely with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans. You have another one that seems like it could be able to be played on Monday or Tuesday with the Chiefs and the Patriots. Also
playing Monday night.
Officially?
Yeah, 6 o'clock start.
Okay, as long as there's no more funny business, I guess, going on.
Yeah, which I guess that's a long ways away, so we'll see.
Okay, so we have that, and then also a little bit of a scare with the Saints last night. One of their fullbacks testing positive, but they came back this morning. I believe it was late last night, but Schefter reported it this morning saying it was a false positive. So Lions and Saints is currently on and good to go. So, guys, we'll start with Zook. Your thoughts on the whole COVID-19 stuff?
I mean, it's obviously, terrible, and it's a negative thing. But I think if you can point to the MLB, you can point to some of these other leagues that have had cases, there's some precedent for this. The MLB had a couple of outbreaks with the Marlins and then the Cardinals, and right now they're getting ready to play their divisional series, and then they'll go on to the NLCS, the ALCS, and the World Series. So we can get through this. You can weather the storm. Everything is so sensationalized in the media, and and I don't mean that to say this isn't a serious matter, but there is precedent. The MLB had a few outbreaks. They got it under control, and then they were fine. So I think that's going to be the same thing that'll happen with the NFL. You just have to be smart, and, you'll be okay.
Big Weber, your thoughts?
I agree. I mean, you got to keep moving on with the schedule, even if there's 3 or 4 games canceled each week. I mean, it's screwing up every football pool in the country.
Yeah. Fantasy too. Fantasy's been a nightmare.
Exactly.
I mean, that's.
exactly.
I mean, of course, it's like the lower end of the worries.
We
but
look at that stuff from the kind of stuff that we cover here. It's like, God damn it, the football pool's messed up. But I tell you, no, we want people healthy. We want people to go with protocol and make sure everything's moving forward safely. But I don't see why, if you have some missed games throughout the year and you get to like December 31st and you say, okay, guess what, boys, we got to back up the playoffs a little bit because these games are going to matter. These games won't, so we're not going to play those. But the ones that are going to matter, we're going to do these matches just kind of like the Cardinals almost had to play a doubleheader against Detroit to make the numbers work out or whatever. So I could see the league making it work. You just got to get as many games in each week as you can.
Nick, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's really on the NFL. They do a great job of the contact tracing and finding out who has it and who they've been around, but really kind of a flub on the league and on Goodell for not having a plan in place for if and when someone does get COVID. They've been really kind of scrambling to figure out, okay, what to do, where do we move games to, pushing in bye weeks. I mean, the Steelers, who didn't do anything wrong, now have to play 13 straight weeks. Mike Tomlin says he's fine with that, but it's really going to put a test on some of these players that need that bye week mid-season to recover. And then, of course, they're moving the game to Monday night, which is great for fans. But if they had to move the game to Tuesday, they're talking about another shortened week. So really just a drop of the ball by Roger Goodell and the NFL, fucking up by not having a plan in place for if and when they do get tested. I think they're more concerned with the money and getting these games in than they were about the health and safety of the players and having an actual plan in place if someone does get coronavirus. But, so really, really on the NFL for dropping the ball here.
So PFF tweeted yesterday that they said there's a source, that there's nothing confirmed yet, that the coaches were discussing possibly turning it into a 12-week season, as a rumor, saying that if we pause the season, restructure, put everybody in their own bubble in a hotel and everything, kind of like the NHL and NBA did, which seemed to be pretty well, it worked. It worked outright. That could be a possibility. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on a 12-week season?
I wouldn't. I just let it play out and see how bad it gets.
Yeah.
You can't. You already got 3 games going here. You can't just shut her down now. I mean, you got teams coming out of the chute really well. You got other teams not coming out of the chute. No, can't do that.
Yeah. I think that's a tad bit of an overreaction. Like I said, with the MLB, they had their outbreaks. They got them under control. And then they were able to proceed, and they really haven't had any more issues. So I think that if the NFL, like Nick said, just can kind of get their shit together, then we can all, move on from this and get through it. Like the one thing that gets me is everybody's concerned about making it fair or making it right. And the fact of the matter is that's just not going to happen. I mean, you just have to get through it, and whatever happens, happens. Like I saw some tweets from some of the Steelers players that kind of bothered me this week, like Eric Ebron and some of the guys. Like, well, why do we have to have our game or our schedule messed with? We didn't get coronavirus. Like, get over it.
Yeah.
Get the fuck over yourselves. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
If we're all in this together, they're especially all in it together. It's one big money machine.
So you know where we are and we start and see the. Yeah.
I don't even know that.
No,
song.
I mean,
that puts a button on it.
High School Musical. Love to see it.
The reason the NFL can't do the bubble is because there are too many players and staff members and coaches. It just simply would not work, and so they need to have a plan in place to when this happens to be able to reschedule these games without risking the health of the players. I mean, we're already seeing tremendous amounts of injuries already this season, whether that's lack of preseason, lack of practice time going into, or just the shitty fields that are out there, regardless of what the NFL says in the Meadowlands and elsewhere. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Obviously, hoping for the best, and certainly Cam Newton is the the star player that has gotten it so far, Jordan Ta'amu, former Battlehawks quarterback on the Chiefs, was their player. And it was kind of funny because I saw somebody tweet out Jordan Ta'amu is the scout team quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, and so he replicates Cam Newton's play style during practice. And someone was like, he went really far to even getting coronavirus to mimic Cam Newton's.
That's pretty good
this week.
I didn't hear that. That's awesome. That's funny.
Scout team player of the week.
That was Scout team player of the week. Literally taking one literally for the team there. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out over time if more teams test positive or more players get it. Again, hopefully that isn't the case, because I think we would all be very sad by that, because we would be losing out on NFL Sundays. But I just don't agree with the shortened season at 12 games or anything like that. It just doesn't seem adequately fair to those teams that aren't getting coronavirus. And not that anybody's trying to get it, but the teams that do their job that don't get it, and then if they get their season shortened in 4 weeks, that's the playoffs right there. That's the determining whether you're in or out.
I had heard too that they have already floated having an extra week, like an 18th week.
I saw that
to play or make up games, and I think that's a good idea.
You need something.
That's a good idea. I guess at this point you have plenty of time to do
the
it too.
Yeah, the NFL is under they're not in a rush. Their next season doesn't start till September.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing with Major League Baseball and the NBA and the NHL too was they really were up against the gun because they needed to give their players enough time off. Like if you end up having to take an extra month to get the regular season finished before you can start the postseason, that's really not the end of the world.
Sure.
Because of just the way the logistics work.
Your thoughts are welcome. 314-877-8597 live here on Facebook. Let's get to some comments. Zach Taylor coming in hot on Nick says, thoughts on Missouri football scoring 12 points against Tennessee.
Yeah, we got our ass kicked. Was not good. We know who our quarterback is now. Connor Bazelak moving forward. We've identified QB1. But, yeah, Missouri defense looked atrocious. Wide receivers can't catch the ball. Connor Bazelak and our big dick punter Melvis, who hit a 50-yarder, are the only two positives from that game. But, yeah, just not great against Tennessee. Looking forward to LSU, though. Let's do it. Week 3. We might go 1-9.
Gigi says K. Roberts rocks, 100%. Ben says, what are we going to see from the Jags today? Looked great week 1 and 2, but was last week a regression to the mean with many of their players being young or unrestricted free agents?
Let me answer that one. Hayden will be picking them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's usually.
I will leave my mine up for later.
I don't know what's going to happen with them. They're like the weirdest team in the NFL. I mean, they're supposed to go 1-16. Everybody's saying how much they're going to suck, and they still kind of do. But weeks 1 and 2 they played pretty well. I don't know. I stay away from them. They're one of those teams that's scary. It's like the Colts. It's the same thing. Phillip Rivers does not give me any positivity at all, and it's not because he beat me with the Minnesota pick in week 2. I'm over that. I'm done with it. But
sounds like it.
They're in every
every
game, but they're boring as AF. How about that word there? And
boring as fuck. You don't
do
boring
that.
as AF because that's boring as fuck.
Yeah, kind of like that. Boring football team, I'm telling you.
Boring AF. That's all you got to say.
That's what I'm saying. Boring AF.
All right. What else you got? You on
Clip
fleek?
that out.
You on fleek today?
I'm on fleek. I'm on fleek every day.
So I got to tell a story to the audience.
Hurry up. I got to be out of here.
I think these guys all have heard this one, but I don't think the audience has. We were at a local establishment one day, and Big Web, I was telling him about all this new lingo we got, and he's like, oh, I can talk like that. That's the way I talk, too.
Cool.
He goes up to the bar and orders a beer, and he comes back and tells me the story. He goes up and bumps this guy on accident in the shoulder, and the guy kind of said, oh, sorry, man. And Dad goes, on fleek, and walks away. And I was like, that's not how you use that term, but that's fine.
I need a new glossary.
Like, kind of like, can you imagine that guy's thoughts? Did he just said fucking on fleek to me? Did he really just say that when I bumped into him?
Like, Big Web, do you think this guy understood what that phrase meant before you said it to him? Or do you think maybe he just didn't know what you're talking about and he's like, oh, okay, well,
it doesn't,
all right.
It doesn't matter, Zook. If that dude's not up with the times, he can't hang. I don't know what to say to him.
Let's see. Greg says, hey, guys, have a good show. Go Bears. Zach says, would you rather have Foles or Wentz as your QB?
Foles all day long.
Nick Foles. Carson Wentz does not have an O-line. Carson Wentz is on my fantasy fantasy team.
Oh, we're
Carson
talking
Wentz
fantasy?
Does not
Oh,
have
wow,
an
Nick's
offensive
fantasy
line.
team. They only took 10
Are we
weeks to get into
talking
that.
fantasy or IRL?
Look
To use
out.
another young kid's term.
Oh, I don't. I guess
IRL.
to lead your franchise for the rest of the season.
Wentz.
No,
I'd still take
I'm
Wentz.
3-0
He
and
holds
both.
on to the football
I'm
too
3-0
damn well.
and
Wentz
my
on a
leagues.
different team.
No, dude. Foles. Well, Carson. Yeah, Carson doesn't have a whole lot of lot
we
of
got
weapons out there right now.
There we go. We're good. We're good. Go
Carson
ahead.
doesn't have a whole lot of weapons out there. He's pretty banged up, and so at the wide receiver position. But Hightower, look out for Hightower today with no Jalen Reagor.
Let's move on to some fantasy talk. So a lot of issues. I got a little situation for you
many
boys.
issues.
I need you guys to help me out with this because I have Devontae Adams, and he's questionable, and he's game time decision on Monday. It's on Monday. It sucks because I can't even put anybody else in. I either have to bench him or I have to take the risk of not having him. I decided to bench him. I picked up Traquan Smith. There's no Michael Thomas, so I took Traquan Smith today, and I'm starting Malcolm Brown, and I have DK Metcalf. Is that the right move, or do you start Adams just for no reason?
I don't think there is a right move. I'll tell you this. I have him in our Dynasty League, and I'm playing him. But part of the reason I'm playing him is because I had Melvin Gordon drop 25 on Thursday night. So I feel like I'm in a position where I can reasonably recover if he doesn't play. Also, I don't know. I'm kind of in fuck it mode on that one. I'm just like, I think he's going to play. So
I can't take that risk,
I think he's going to be in. Alan Lazard is out, my go-to guy.
He's out
Big
for a while,
fantasy week
right?
Last week.
yeah, core
Yeah,
injury.
yeah,
that
he
kind of
had-
does
he
make
had
me
surgery.
feel like if Devontae's close, he's going to play.
See, the thing is, though, it's either he's going to have 20 points for me, or it's 0. So it's 50-50, 20 or 0, or it's going to be Traquan Smith 12, but he could bust out to 20 if he has 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I think
What's the right
I think
answer?
you take the risk with Devontae because Traquan will get some targets. No Michael Thomas, obviously, today. They are playing the Lions, so yeah. I mean, I think they're going to go more to Jared Cook and Alvin Kamara than they
Jared
would
Cook's
Traquan
out.
Smith.
Jared Cook's out.
Oh, Jared
So
Cook's-
that's
Jared
why
Cook's
I
out
like
too?
Smith.
Kamara can't do every damn thing on this football team.
I like Traquan Smith because of that. Because I think he's at least going to get 12. I'd rather have 12
What's
than 0.
Can
is
Drew
Emmanuel
throw it
Sanders
farther
in?
than 20 yards in the air?
Yeah,
Emmanuel Sanders in? I think Emmanuel Sanders will get more targets than Traquan Smith.
No, I don't hate it, TJ. I don't think you're stupid for that.
Okay, because I don't know. I love Devontae Adams. He'll probably
I
go
don't think
30-point
there's a
week,
right
but
answer.
Who
I
else?
don't. You can't take that
Who else
risk.
is on the waiver
Let me see
wire?
his-
Who else on the waiver wire?
That's a good question. I don't know. There's
I think he
there
did
might be
practice
better
in
options than
like
Traquan
limited
Smith.
fashion.
on Thursday. Yeah, that's
So-
what I saw. I don't know, man. That's probably one of the tougher ones. N'Keal Harry's on there, but again, they're not playing. So
I would.
Well, they
I would
will
risk it.
Monday, I
Play,
guess.
I would risk it and play Devontae. For me.
Dad, what do you think? You're kind of the coin flip on this.
Yeah.
I got a little something going today. Oh, you mean on that event right there?
Yeah.
I'd go Adams. I don't think Breeze gonna get the damn football.
I'm saying, but if
anyway.
Adams doesn't play, I'd rather have some points than none. You know what I'm saying? If Adams
Right.
doesn't play, that's a 0. It's a goose egg.
I think you take the risk. I mean, are you really going to be within
Was he
5
really that
points?
close?
Let me.
Is Traquan Smith going to win you? Is going to determine whether you win or lose?
If
don't
I
think
lose
he
by
is.
8
TJ,
though, and he would have got
saying.
me 10, then yes.
You can take advantage of
There's
COVID season.
Man, there's no way Traquan Smith's getting 10 points. It's a PPR league.
Yes.
they're gonna. But if
I
everybody
didn't know
else
that.
is
I thought it wasn't.
if Cook's out, they're gonna focus on Smith. They got to.
Here's what you do. Here's what you do.
I would still
You
risk
find a
with Devontae.
receiver on either the Pats or the Chiefs to play as a holdback because you
Yeah,
take
that's what
advantage
I
of
would
there
do.
being a second game on Monday night.
Yeah, put N'Keal Harry in. Put N'Keal
You can pick up like
Harry in.
McCole
plot
Hardman or
thickens.
something like that.
So pick up N'Keal Harry and then
Yeah, or McCole Hardman or Sammy Watkins or just somebody that is going to play that could get you some points if Adams doesn't go.
okay, I just picked up N'Keal Harry. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start. Oh, you sons of bitches! I swear, if they don't, all right, I'm going for it. If Traquan Smith has 30 points, you're all getting your ass kicked. Everybody in this room except Holly.
If Traquan Smith
He's over
has
there
more
rooting
than 4
everybody
points
on.
or only 4 points.
Is he what?
Traquan Smith's gonna go off for 3 touchdowns today.
I'm sure he will, and I hope he does. I like the Saints today, but it's going to hurt when he doesn't. When he's not on my lineup. Anyway, so that was kind of my my whole situation. Do you boys have any fantasy applications going on?
I got pretty lucky, to be honest. I'm missing like
I'm ravaged by
Jonnu
injuries.
Smith, so I'll live. But I saw on Twitter some guy had, I think he had he was in a 2 quarterback league, so like all the starters are rostered. Anyway, with a pulse is rostered because there's just not enough to go around. So this guy is in a 2-quarterback league. I think he had Ryan Tannehill as one of his quarterbacks and Cam Newton as the other.
Wow.
So he's just like, yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
tough.
he tweeted out a picture of his lineup, and he has Taysom Hill going as his only quarterback.
Fuck Taysom Hill. Can't hold on to the damn
Fuck,
phone.
I am absolutely ravaged
Projected
by
for
injuries.
3 points.
Ravaged by injuries. Drew Lock out, Raheem Mostert out, Paris Campbell's out, Jordan Reed's out. Who else is out? Got a couple. Oh, Claypool's on fucking bye. The one I'm waiting on is Zach Moss to see if he plays. Going for Buffalo with the sprained ankle. DeAndre Hopkins questionable. Chris Carson is going to play today.
DeAndre, I think, is going to play.
Carson's
I think
another guy on my
DeAndre will
list.
too.
He's on my fantasy team, so I picked up Hyde and I picked up their entire backfield just in case he's out.
Just switch and swap
Everybody.
between the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is tough because now combined with the Rona, no Tennessee, no Pittsburgh this week in fantasy, and then I think we're good on the Saints-Lions game, so that's a positive. And Patriots-Chiefs looks like is go too, which is also a positive. But yeah, I mean, the waiver wires are basically barren right now. There is nobody out there with all these injuries and then games being canceled, trying to swap players last minute. So it's gonna be a tough week. Even in down in Tampa, if you have Mike Evans, I'd say play Mike Evans because Scotty Miller is questionable and Chris Godwin is out again as well.
Let's see. Apurva says Mecole Hardman free agent sure. So I guess he's saying start him. I don't know. Mecole Hardman's so boom or bust. You know, if he doesn't have that big play,
They have like four or five wide receivers there.
Yeah,
that's probably who I'd
Spreading
pick
the ball
up.
out
Just
too much. Yeah.
again, high roller.
I'm gonna be that
He'll
guy.
He'll get that deep ball though once a game.
I'm gonna be that Ruxin guy this week where I ad drop 45 people before the damn kickoff. It's like, what is TJ doing?
Block them all.
That's why we had a couple guys in our fantasy league that are like, you got to start charging like 50 cents a transaction after like 40. And I'm like, no, because I'll go way over that. So I said, forget that. Let us know your fantasy questions down in the comment line or get involved 314-877-8597. What's up, Big Web?
I got one. I got Tyler Boyd down there.
Okay.
I like Cincinnati. Jacksonville's secondary's in shambles. I like Boyd today.
Okay, Tyler Boyd. Yeah, I keep going to the preseason story about how Joe Burrow loved Tyler Boyd, and he's been fine, but he hasn't been really a boom guy yet.
But is
Julio in this week or out?
I want to say he's a top 20
Julio's
receiver.
out. Julio's questionable, and Calvin Ridley also questionable. So Russell Gage could be a big target this week against Green Bay.
I will say this: I've done all routes for Pro Football Focus for a while, and last year, I just for whatever reason I get a lot of Falcons games. And that motherfucker, Russell Gage, is on the field all the time. They don't really ever throw it to him, but even last year, he must have been on the field for like 85% of their passing snaps. Like, he's just always out there, like, running somebody off so that they can throw, like, a flag route or something. That's like that is his job. So, yeah, I don't hate Russell Gage. He's out there at least.
Okay. Let's get to the pick'em standings, gentlemen. Last week, it was an interesting week for me and Dad. So Daddy, getting your stomach ready. We're almost time to jelly bean time, baby. It's almost jelly
It's
bean
all good,
time.
man. It's all good.
I'm rooting for barf, canned dog food, and rotten egg.
So Big Web finishes last week. He goes 3-4. I go 4-3. Nick and Zach Zook both going with a glorious 5-2. So let's go ahead and crown the kings this week.
Oh, yeah.
I should be 7-0. All I have to say
I'll wear
is,
this for Nick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All I have to say is screw the refs in the Buffalo Bills-Rams game that cost me, and then fuck the Atlanta Falcons, who also cost me from going 7-0 last week. But 5-2, 68% against the spread, 15-6 overall. That's pretty solid. We got to keep it going this week, though. No days off, no favors. They're all coming after me, so.
He's 1-0-7 away from last place.
Yeah. That's why it's so
I
close.
literally am. I know. It is. It's right there. Everybody's doing very well this year. But Zook, take the floor.
So, Zook, you want to give a little speech about last week?
I mean, just winners win, and we're on to Cincinnati.
All right. So, the last place man, Big Web. We always like to play his fabulous picks from last week. Let's take a look.
I think you're going to see Lamar running
Roll
all
the
over
tape.
them. They are susceptible on defense. I think Baltimore's definitely going to win the football game. Chargers are far from a toilet bowl team, I'll tell you right now. Carolina without McCaffrey is a scary, scary thing. Give me the Chargers.
Nope.
Buffalo Bills had trouble moving the ball on offense last week. Give me the Rams as the dog this week. Zach, I couldn't have said it better. Give me Arizona. They're at home. Lions don't have the pop to stay with them. Arizona.
So as you can see, Big Web, I mean, tough week for you overall.
Not terrible. 3-4 is not like end of the
Well,
world.
it was, and again, I say bad because I was almost that guy. I was almost 2-5, and God bless
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes and that incredible pick by me. I knew that was going to hopefully happen, and it came through.
Wow.
Arizona
wow.
Cardinals let me down. I'm going to ship a few of these pills to Kyler.
So, Dad,
Lamar shit the bed last week, but I still, for me in fantasy, but I still ended up winning. What an easy pick by the Chiefs that was.
So let's go ahead and let's get these fresh jelly beans open here. Big Web, what's going to happen now is Zook is going to be.
Yeah, I don't see many blue ones in there, Big Web. I
Yeah.
think you're screwed,
Shake it
buddy.
up. Shake it up,
You got to
man.
shake it up. Half good, half bad. Dad's got to do 3 jelly beans
Ooh, it smells
today. It smells
right.
so
Well, see,
bad.
the good ones are getting
Holy
over-smelled by the bad ones.
Dude,
This is bullshit.
I legitimately popped the top and was
It's
like,
disgusting.
Whoa.
And it's been simmering in there
Smells
for
like
a
straight
nice
up
2 days.
toe jam in there.
Oh, it's bad. I can smell it too.
All right, are you just picking 3?
No, wait. Are you picking 3 total, and then you're going to line them up, or are we going
Are
to
we
do one
gonna
by
get
one?
canceled?
I'm going
because
to
of
line them
Corona,
up. I'm
Big Web
afraid to
picks
put them
out
on the
3
table.
and
They
then-
might eat through the fucking table.
Oh,
All right,
dude,
we're gonna go one by one. So
Disgusting.
you're gonna not look, pick one out, and
Do
I'm
you
gonna tell
smell
you
it?
what it could be.
Here, smell it
Take a little
first.
sniff of that. You're gonna.
That is dirty socks right there.
All right.
Getting this one. I feel it. This one right here.
What
color
is it? Let me see it.
Puke. It's pink.
No, it is. I think that's coconut or spoiled milk.
It looks good.
Coconut or spoiled milk.
All right,
That's
would you
great.
like to eat it one by
No,
one?
no,
or
no.
line them
I
all
want to
up?
know
All
my
right.
fate right
All right,
now.
let's see.
There it is, Tally. That one.
I believe
this is
that's
blue.
what
be
that is.
blue. Be blue. What's that?
Oh no,
It's the same
that's
fucking thing.
that's Stinky Socks or Tutti Frutti.
Honestly,
Fruity it
you've
is.
gotten pretty lucky. Those are 2 of the
Those
more
are not.
mild
Those
ones.
aren't bad. Let's get a bar for a rotten egg here.
No. Blue.
What is
Shit.
it?
It's the same damn
The
thing.
same one, yeah. So you got 2 that could be.
So,
I think that's
yeah.
spoiled milk.
Sounds like you're getting some spoiled milk. Honestly, this is
They're all pink.
pretty lucky.
Yeah. All right, Dad. Let me see if I got a drum roll here. I forgot if I have
No
it in
barf,
my,
no canned dog food, no
disgusting.
rotten egg, no
What
booger.
happened to a sign in my yard?
I'm honestly disappointed.
I think, son of a bitch. I need to find a drum roll. Hold on.
God, they stink just sitting on the fucking table.
Oh,
Yeah, I had to reseal those up.
So, Big Web, do you have a rough stomach, or what do you think?
I ate nothing this morning except for water, just in preparation for this bullshit.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
The third one I pulled out of the hat. What the fuck is it?
Oh no, is it bad?
Yeah, it's kind of like
Spot like milk.
Spoiled milk.
Yeah. That's like
Spoiled
fucking
milk?
Spoiled milk. How long do I got to eat this?
You can spit it out if you want to.
Yeah.
All right. 0 for 1. Here we go.
Can
Spoiled milk or Big Web.
I drink water?
Yeah, I guess that's part of the rules. That's fine. Go ahead. So that's spoiled milk. Dad gets
Fucking disgusting.
spoiled milk.
That
for
is the
Big
same
Web.
one. I'm going to go to the same one in case it's the same shit.
All right.
What's
here we
the
go.
positive one?
What's a positive one for this?
Positive one is coconut. So you're going to know if it's coconut.
Let's root for some coconut. Coconut.
Hey!
No. Bubble gum.
Bubble gum. There's no bubble gum in here.
This is fucking bubble gum, dude. I never been so
Well, I don't
happy. Bazooka, baby!
It could be. It's either coconut or birthday cake, maybe. I don't
Quote
know.
of the day: this is fucking bubble
This
gum,
is fucking
dude.
bubble gum, dude. All right.
That's delicious.
Is that
That's
how?
the best
how
bubble gum?
It's not bubble gum, but that's fine.
When you got a
I'm
fucking
proud of you.
sour milk in your mouth, bubble gum's terrific.
Well, now I'm wondering because there's no pink on here. It's the white or the speckled one's the Tutti Frutti. So I'm guessing
What's the bad one coming up on this spectrum?
this is Stinky Socks here. You got away with some. You could have
Yeah.
got dog food. You could have got barf.
You
or
could have had
booger.
straight up barf.
I
and
picked
you
jelly beans
avoided
better
it.
than I picked football games.
All right. So which one we have? We have Stinky Socks or Tutti Frutti here.
This is socks.
Oh, you already. Oh.
Ah.
Oh, you got.
That was worse than the milk.
Your eyes are watering.
That was worse than the milk.
One for two.
His eyes actually are watering.
That was worse than the milk. Way worse than the milk.
Man, imagine
Hey,
when
that's-
somebody has to go can dog food.
Stuck in my
Yikes.
The
teeth,
look on
man.
his face, he goes, that's sticky socks.
Stuck in
That sticky sock.
terrible shit.
And that's how he punished the loser on from the 50s. So Big Web is the man. He got through 3. No pukes. No puking. I like that. Yeah. Is it still in your mouth, though? Is it still tasting? Cooper just dropped a ball or something. I just heard like a thunderstorm.
It
I
was-
can hear that all
It
the way
was
from
stuck in my
fucking
teeth for a
Reno,
second,
dude.
but I'm good now. Thank you very much. I'm back.
Put the
shit.
put the Kong away. TJ, I got a new punishment.
What's that?
That we can. I'm gonna volunteer to do it when it's my punishment. And we're gonna do this probably once. I don't know if I can take more than once. Get your chest waxed.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good one.
That's a really good one.
That
God.
is a good one.
It's going to be like
Jack
that.
Flynn came up with that one.
What's the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin or something? Alexa, shut the hell up. She's listening to me. Hold on. Shut up. Stop. She'll go away. Okay, so yeah, 40-Year-Old Virgin, when Steve Carell does that, they said that apparently that was a real scene, that he actually did that, and that was his real reactions. That's why all the guys were laughing so hard. Like,
Yeah,
so funny.
It'll be brutal.
Nick, you have supple chest hair too, so that is not going to be
I
easy.
know.
How do
Save
you
that.
know that? You guys have been sitting too close together last year.
Why did the word supple have to come into that? I
Supple.
did enjoy that. You got some nice supple chest hair, Nick. Oh, God. Let's see. Laura
does.
says that was the moment we've all been waiting for. Kay says, yikes, I don't know if I can watch. Nancy says that was hysterical. And Laura says, way to go, Big Web. Got right through
Bring
it.
me some water, Laura.
Yeah. Oh, God. That's
You need some like coffee. You need some like spicy
coffee,
food to
any
take
other
out the
taste.
flavor.
So
Any other
Stinky
taste.
Socks was worse than, I think that was either spoiled milk or dirty dishwater. So I don't know. We don't have a pink color, so I'm guessing it's the coconut spoiled milk, but I don't know.
No, maybe it was dirty dishwater.
It could have been. Spoiled milk, I heard, is the worst. Like it's
It wasn't terrible.
Okay.
I got lucky there.
okay.
Big Web's gonna eat some spoiled milk jelly beans. You
Oh,
know, as
God.
I'm watching the games today.
I hope
Yeah.
I never eat any more
just
ever.
just snacking on them.
That's good bubble gum.
There's a couple of new flavors on this one. It says new by Stink Bug and Dirty Dishwater.
Yeah.
So exciting.
Let's get
Yeah.
into the week 4 picks. So Big Web, obviously, hoping to have a bounce back week. Let's get to it, but first let's go through Cooper's week 4 picks. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, there's Coop's picks for week number 4, and he's looking to kind of catch some fire here. He's been kind of up and down. I know he's been really studying in the kennel the last few days. He's like, "Leave me alone, Dad. I don't want to study to study my picks." He's got his glasses on the tip of his nose and everything. So we'll see how Coop does. Gentlemen, let's get into the week 4 picks. And I tell you what, I've done a lot for this show, and I can't look at my screen, so you got to give me a minute to go look up my matchups because I'm not used to not seeing the matchups. So let me look this up.
I believe the first one's Cleveland Dallas.
Cleveland, Dallas. I believe Dallas is
Cleveland at Dallas.
minus 4.5, correct? All right, 4.5. Zook, what do you got?
I'm going to go with Dallas on this one. I don't feel great about the game either way. I am really excited to watch it. Kind of odd. I feel like neither of these two teams are all that good. But I just feel like it's going to be an exciting game. I think Dallas is going to have trouble stopping the Browns. I feel like this may be a get-right game if ever there was one for Baker. But I don't see how the Browns are going to be able to slow down that Dak Prescott-led Cowboy offense. I think Kellen Moore is going to draw up some funky shit, and they're going to put up some points. I like them to cover 4.5.
Big Web?
You know, I've been going back and forth on this football game. Cleveland secondary's been kind of iffy. I know Dallas is going to be passing a lot. I think Cleveland's going to be running a lot. Initially, I said it's too many points, and I'm sticking with it. Give me Cleveland in the 4.5.
Wow. All right, Nick, what do you got?
Yeah, going down to Dallas here. Dallas 1-2 on the season. Need a win today. Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb's going to be an interesting matchup for the Dallas defense. If they can contain those, I think they can cover the spread here at home. Give me Dallas.
Yeah, I'm also going with the Cowboys. My whole thing this week is about desperate teams that need a win. I like the Cowboys as one of those teams, -4.5. Baker has shown some light. I mean, Cleveland's one of those teams that has had a big slow start to their season, then ramped it up a lot. But I think the Cowboys are too strong. I think they're desperate. I think they need to. They really need to win. So I'm going to take the Cowboys. Uh-oh. How you doing over there?
I need some gum, cookie, something.
You could.
You want another jelly bean?
I was gonna say you could take the gamble.
You want a toothpaste jelly bean? We'll get the blue one out of there for you.
No, it's next to the other shit. No, keep going.
Okay. All right.
Aftershock.
Gonna make it to the show.
Coop is.
I'm good. I just
also, you good though?
Yeah, I just need to I'll chew on a piece of paper or something. Go
Don't
for
know.
it. Keep going.
All right, so that's the Cleveland-Dallas game. Coop is also taking Cleveland Browns with Big Web. Moving on, let's go to the next one. Minnesota at Houston. Houston is -3.5 points at home. Two very underwhelming teams this season. Both need a big win. So look, where you going?
This is another one I don't care to pick, but I'm going to take Houston in this one. I just think that the Texans probably still feel a little bit more life in their season than the Vikings. I think the Vikings are got to be feeling pretty crushed after they had nearly gotten over the hump against the Titans and then still lost. The Texans, on the other hand, for an 0-3 team, have played some of the hardest three teams out of the chute that you could have on the schedule. They led off with the Chiefs, then it was the Ravens, and then they played the Steelers last week. So I think the Texans aren't really a true 0-3 team, whereas I think the Vikings more are.
Yeah. Dad, you want to get your gum in there first?
I tell you what, Minnesota is going to make something happen today. They got Justin Jefferson starting to get with it a little bit. Dalvin Cook is ready for a big game also. Houston, 0-3, has the worst run defense in the NFL, allowing a whopping Mauler 188.3 yards rushing per game.
So you're taking Minnesota.
Taking Minnesota.
Nick?
I don't know where Colby Wedwick is on with this one, but I need to go talk to him and see what the analysis is. I'm on the Vikings today for the first time I think ever. Woo! Kirk Cousins has looked like shit this year, but last week he made that connection to Justin Jefferson. That's shown me something. I haven't seen Dick yet from Houston. Yes, they've had a tough schedule so far to start the season, but Houston has shown me absolutely nothing. I'll tip my hat if they can win this game, but give me Vikings right here.
I'm going to go with Houston, so we're split. I like them -3.5. I think Minnesota just sucks. We'll see if they turn it on. I hate them. They're dead to me. I can't pick them right now. I just think they're really not a good football team. So I'm going to take Houston. I think they're also desperate for a win, so I'm going to take the Texans -3.5. All right, moving on. We got Buffalo -3 against the Las Vegas Raiders.
The Raiders.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Buffalo Bills because nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Damn right.
And
thank you for saying it.
I think that Buffalo is just a much better football team. I think that the Raiders are fine. I think they're okay. But when they go up against these better football teams, I'm going to pick the opposition every time. I don't think that they're a well-run franchise. I think they're getting there with Mike Mayock and Gruden, but they still have a ways to go. I don't think Derek Carr is very good. I just don't.
Yeah.
So I'll take the roller coaster that is Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Really good defense. I just think they're a better team.
Yeah.
Before I do my pick, I just want to say, Laura, I love you. It's the best piece of gum I've ever had in my life. Thank you very much. Whew. Okay, so Buffalo, last week, New England took this Waller out of the football game. Buffalo's going to do the same thing. They're going to cover this spread.
Okay. Nick?
Well, after last week with the Rams coming back and then Buffalo winning late, I hate everything about Buffalo. I hate Josh Allen. Fuck Buffalo. Fuck Buffalo. I like Buffalo.
Coop's also
and they're going to fuck me. They cost me $250 last week, but fuck them. I'm taking them.
Coop's also going with Buffalo. I'm going to take the Bills as well. Clean sweep across the board with the Buffalo Bills. I kind of had I put my I stuck my neck out. That's what we like to say.
I stuck my neck out.
my neck out.
So I did that with the Raiders last week against the Patriots, and they just showed that maybe they're not ready to be a good football team still with John Gruden. So, I like Buffalo. I think the number's really, really low. So, clean sweep with the Buffalo Bills. Moving on, we have Monday Night Football. Atlanta, at least one Monday Night Football game. Atlanta and the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to check. I believe it's Packers minus 7.5.
You got
it is 7. It is 7 now.
It's 7.
That's
okay.
big. Yeah.
I'll
That
take
is
the
big.
Packers. I hate the number, but I was hoping it was going to close a little more than that. But I'll still stick with them at 7. At least you get the push on the touchdown. You know, they're a better football team than Atlanta, but by no means do I think that this is blowout territory. The Packers' defense can't stop anybody, especially through the air. They have had a difficult time shutting down the opposition's passing game. Even against the Vikings, they had a tough time. The Vikings just kept creeping back into it. And they're getting better. I think they're going to continue to grow as a defensive unit this season. Their pass rush is elite, but I think the Falcons are going to score some points in this one too. Therefore, I think it's going to be close. But Green Bay is still just a much better team. Probably best offense in football through 3 weeks. So I like them to at least push the 7, and they should cover this spread if they're, the team we think they are.
Dead.
Yeah, I mean, some of the injuries we've talked about this morning on these two football teams at wide receiver scares me a little bit, but man, I like a lot of points scored in this football game. Atlanta, 2 times this year already, if they'd have just run the damn ball and used a little clock, they'd have won the actual football games. Give me Atlanta plus the points here.
Wow. Nick?
Ooh. Atlanta, this is where Atlanta screws me every fucking time. Every fucking week when I either pick for or against Atlanta, they screw me. I'm going with Green Bay. They've been good to me this year so far. They were good to me last week. Aaron Rodgers, you don't bet against Aaron Rodgers, even with a banged-up wide receiver core. Let's pray to the fantasy football gods that Devontae Adams plays and that they win this one outright by more than 7. Give me Green Bay.
This is a big switch for me. I switched. I was on Atlanta with the 7.5 and without all the injuries. Again, I think they're questionable. I don't know how serious the Julio and Calvin Ridley.
Yeah,
I think Calvin's going to play. I don't know if Julio will.
Okay.
That's what I heard anyways.
The Falcons, they broke my heart last week, too. Their defense is awful. And Rodgers, if Adams even doesn't play, I mean, Lazard's, this is tough. There's so many injuries. This is so hard.
So banged up.
Fuck. I don't even feel good. I'm going to take Green Bay. I don't trust Atlanta with taking it down to 7. I think at least it could be a push. And then on top of it, I mean, Atlanta's defense is awful. They're just so bad. And the Packers could be one of the best teams in the NFC.
Track meet. Track meet.
I don't love it, but we'll take Green Bay.
It is.
I was going to ask Big Web if you wanted to do a jelly bean bet on this, since we're all on Green Bay and he's on
I
Atlanta.
don't want to bet it. Fuck it. I'd rather bet $100.
than another jelly bean.
Yeah.
But if you win, we all have to do it. We all have to do it, and you don't.
You mean if I'm on an island?
Correct. So we can make.
I'm already on an island in Cleveland.
Well, we can do it for that too, or for no, you're not. Well, Cooper's on him. I
Yeah,
guess
he
that
is.
doesn't count. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, make Cooper do a jelly bean bet.
Let's just bet $100.
How about 5?
All right, $5.
I'll bet you $5. Okay, I'll take Green Bay, but a lot of injuries in that game. All right, we go to the toilet bowl game of the week. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati favored by 3.
I like Cincinnati in this game. I think that Joe Burrow is the real deal. I am a big Joe Burrow guy, a Joe Burrow stan, if you will. I think he's already a borderline top 10 quarterback in the National Football League. He just passes the eye test. The team around him is so bad, yet he looks like the real deal.
Does this change anything? It's down to 1.5. That minus 1.5 instead of minus 3.
That's
well, it's
great.
Better for you.
Yeah, that's great.
For anybody else, just knowing.
Thank you, DraftKings.
Yeah. All right, Big Web.
I actually think Cincinnati's going to shit rail the
What he
Jacksonville
said.
Jaguars today. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow.
Nick.
Wearing jersey for one reason only. Minshew Mania time, baby. Let's go Jacksonville.
So another one that's tough with the number. Didn't I see that Joe Mixon's out, or he's injured?
No, he's playing.
He is in. Shit.
Mixon's in.
This is tough too. This is a tough week.
Cincinnati's going to kick the shit out of him.
I'm going with Nick. I'm going to take Jacksonville. I want to see what they do this week. I want to see. So you got 2-2. Dad and Zook just fist bumped each other. Would you guys like to do a jelly bean bet on this?
I will jelly bean bet the Bungles.
I kind of don't want to. I wanted to stir the
I
pot a
don't-
little
I
bit.
don't
I
want-
don't.
I
I don't
don't
feel
know.
safe
I
about that.
feel pretty good about
I
this
don't feel
one.
safe about
I'm
that.
not betting a fucking jelly bean.
I feel confident over like last year's bet when I picked the Patriots and you guys all picked the Steelers and the Patriots just absolutely dicked on them. That's the kind of shit that I have to feel confident. I like Jacksonville. I don't love Jacksonville.
I'll tell you, I'll bet you a milkshake, something that tastes good.
I said we're on to Cincinnati, and I wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Bengals.
I'll
Bengals
let it
by a
go.
million.
I'll let it go. All right,
By
dog,
a million. Oh.
on
I'll
underdog
take
picks
that.
of the week.
I legitimately picked 2 underdogs in the entire pick'em pool this week, and so needless to say, I don't love the dogs this week. But I'll take the Bears. They were one of the 2 dogs I picked. So I like Chicago to get to maybe 4-0. Dare I say? The Chicago Bears go 4-0. I think they match up well with the Indianapolis Colts. The Indianapolis Colts are a run-first team. They want to pound it with Jonathan Taylor. I don't think they're going to be able to run on the Bears. And because of that, I think it's advantage Chicago. And I think that with some stability at the quarterback position, the offense should at least not be so, herky-jerky. So I like the Bears today.
And they're getting 3.5. It's a pretty good number.
Yeah.
Dad?
Boys, I am taking the Detroit Lions as my dog
Me and
pick.
Big Web are completely against each other today. It's going to be
I
wild.
might even take a money line today.
He's nuts,
Give me
people.
Detroit.
Have fun. I hope you get it.
We'll see you next week.
Mine's 3
you're-
or they're plus 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's low on the Saints with the injuries, and yeah, I just don't see that one. Dog this week for me was a little bit of a stretch. I'm Zook. I don't like hardly any dogs this week. I like the Jags as a dog, but I'm on the Eagles. They need a win this week. They need to win bad. I think the Niners. The Niners are a good football team, even with all the backups that they're playing. But give me the Eagles.
I
I'm
just
gonna
don't.
clip that sound.
I just don't see that one.
That's fine. That's fine.
God, I hate this because I had my pick.
Nick,
I had my
Nick hates Nick Mullins. What is the deal?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is the
They're going to
deal?
run the ball. God, this week sucks. This week sucks. I have certain games that we don't even have on here that none of my main picks are dogs, so I can't take them here. My only dog I was really confident in was a Patriots plus 7.5 with Cam, and now fucking Cam's out. I don't know what I'm going to do. Literally, this is don't listen to this pick. Don't take it. Don't do nothing. I'm still looking. Jesus.
Just pick Stiddy.
You like the Giants 12.5 against the Rams?
I no, I don't like that either. God, this week sucks. You know who I had? My second one was Jacksonville, but now it's down to 1.5. All right, I'm taking the Giants. I don't care. Taking the Giants. Don't pick my pick.
Yeah, I
the
don't care.
Chargers.
Pick of the week is back.
The pick has
Sharps.
been made. The
Who
pick
are
is
the
in.
Chargers playing? Tampa.
The Sharps love the Chargers today.
All right.
Plus
I'm sorry.
7.
I'm gonna take the Chargers plus 7.5. I got no pick. I got nothing. They're done. I got nothing. All my teams are getting COVID.
Fournette out, Godwin out, Miller questionable. Yeah. They
All
love
right.
the
I'm taking the Chargers plus 7.5. There you
But
go.
Tim Brady's going to play.
It's fine. See you later, Tom. Okay.
Bye,
Locks of the
bye,
week, boys.
Tom.
All right, I actually do like my lock of the week. The dogs were very tough this week. Needless to say, none of us really loved the board, but I love the Seattle Seahawks this week. I don't
said
understand
love.
how it's 6.5. That's a Nick thing. I can say love, right?
That is a Nick thing. Yeah, you can say
okay.
that.
So I like it's all about value, right? Like if you think about some of these other spreads, like I just feel the Seahawks should be probably like 10, 11 point favorites over the Dolphins. What have the Dolphins shown us
Offense.
without any fans in the stands to have any sort of home field advantage? It's basically neutral. All these games to me are essentially neutral site games. Is how I'm kind of taking it.
Yep.
Or maybe a point for the home field. But I love Seattle this weekend.
Use the L word again.
I think
He doesn't
that
just
they're
love.
gonna
He
cover 'em.
loves. That's not just love. That's
It's hurting my team.
love.
Betting that team today, and you use the L word. Shit.
Is that who you're taking?
No.
Seattle. Who's your lock?
You know, boys, I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens today to bounce back strong and cover that game no problem.
It's a big one.
It is currently 14.
14 and a
Straight
half.
up.
Yikes.
Just 14.
Not a
Mine.
problem.
Nick, who you taking?
I'm nervous because Zook said love, and the Sharps love Miami today, but I just don't see it. I do not see it at all. I'm with Zook 100%. Chris Carson is a go. Metcalf, Lockett, strong. Lockett had 3 touchdowns last week. Metcalf's been in the mix. Russell Wilson, primetime MVP candidate, probably the front runner right now. Yeah, I think Seattle wins this one.
Less than a
I don't know by a lot, but
Let's
I
go
think
win by
they cover
7.
the spread.
Yeah.
Just go win by 7.
Let's go win by 7.
All right, so to Seattle. That'll be interesting. Coop likes Buffalo minus 3.5 for his lock. Actually, it's at 3. He likes him at 3 for his lock. Let me tell you something right now. Last time I said this, I got screwed with the
This doesn't
fucking
usually work
Vikings.
out. This doesn't usually work out very well.
I want Drew Brees to look me right in the eyes. You watching,
He
Drew?
can't.
The
He's too short.
Drew, you there?
Well, let me tell you something right now.
Drew,
Never
let's
works.
talk. You guys need to win this fucking football game. It's 3 points. You're playing the Detroit Lions. I know a lot about the Lions. I've been a fan for the last 6 years. Win the fucking football game by 7. I don't care if Michael Thomas isn't there. Alvin Kamara is going to be fine. You guys don't have COVID. You're going to win the game by 7. Sean Payton, you need to win this game. Sean Payton. Win the football game. Win it by 4 more, and you're going to make me the happiest guy in the world. They can't lose this game, or their season's over.
Especially
they have to,
to
win this
your
game.
beloved Detroit Lions.
They have to win this game.
The
It's Saints minus 3 is a lock.
experts
Take
are
the
on
Saints minus
Detroit
3.
Lions.
I don't care. Take the Saints minus 3. Drew's got to win a football game. Got to
with
do
TJ.
it.
Good
Got to
luck
do
to
it.
you.
I'm not wearing the Kamara jersey for a reason today.
It's fine. Do what you can. All right. That'll do it for this week's picks. Dad's best bet of the week. What do you got, Big Web?
Boys and girls, I'll tell you what. Last week, Arizona pissed in our Cheerios, and we lost, what was it, $200. So we're down to $720. That don't mean a damn thing, because here we go. We got 2 picks for you today. I got a $100 5-way teaser.
Okay.
It's all mixed up, money line and stuff. I got Seattle money line. The over in the Seahawks Dolphins, 47.5. We bought that down. Green Bay Packers money line, just got to win the football game. Atlanta Green Bay over, bought that down to 51.5. Detroit Lions plus 10. That's a 5-way for 100 pays 506.
Oh, nice.
That's bet 1. Bet 2, kind of covering it here. I got Seattle Dolphins over, same level. What the hell was that? 47.5.
Okay.
And then I got Atlanta, Green Bay over 51.5, and then Detroit plus 10. So I knocked a couple picks out of there, but those 3 right there, 120 pays 329. There's our 2 picks, $200 picks for this week.
Awesome. We did get a voicemail from our boy Hayden. How did you do last week? I forgot. Not good at all.
All 3.
All
Yeah.
3 were done. All right. Let's see if he's got some redemption this week. Hayden, what do you got?
Hey guys, rough week last week on my end, but we're bouncing back. I didn't know I was going to have a bad week, but I kind of figured it wouldn't be the greatest since I hated the card, but we're back here. I have a teaser, a parlay, and 3 straight that I like. So the straight picks, I like Baltimore minus 12 against Washington. I think this is a big bounce back game. I think they need to, I guess you're not going to show what you can do against Washington since they're pretty trash, but I think this is just a rout. I think they beat them by 20. I have Chicago plus 3 against Indy.
Okay.
I have Atlanta
So you look at the
plus
whole
7
schedule.
against Green Bay as well. I think that is going to be a great game Sunday night, and I'm really excited to see that.
All right.
My
Monday.
teaser,
Right.
I have
Yeah,
actually.
I think you did this on
my
Tuesday,
teasers have been
probably.
on fire recently, so I would suggest taking this if you're trying to ride the train with me. I have over 51 in Seattle versus Miami.
Over 51.
I
Seattle.
have Seattle plus a half against Miami.
Yeah, I like that.
I have New Orleans plus 3 against Detroit.
Yes.
I actually think that Detroit-New Orleans game could be closer than people expect.
Yeah, 4 points. That's
But
fine.
I don't see New Orleans losing by more than a field goal.
Yes.
So worst case scenario, that pushes.
Thank you.
I finished that teaser. I have Chicago plus 9 against Indianapolis.
Like
I
that.
love his pick.
Yeah.
5-way parlay. I have New Orleans New Orleans money line, Dallas money line, Kansas City money line, Seattle money line, and Philadelphia money line.
No, that's why always ruin it.
Why did he met?
Plus
Why is he
993
going with all the favorites now?
I'm trying to
I don't
hurry
like
up
that.
'cause I don't know when I'm going to get cut off. So to repeat that parlay, it's Philadelphia money line, which is plus 255, New Orleans money line, Dallas money line, Kansas City money line, and Seattle money line.
See, I like when he bets on the
As
Jags and the
usual,
Dolphins.
Best of luck this
That's
week.
the
Let's
best.
make some money, and God bless.
That's
right,
like
thanks,
being
Hayden.
at the meat counter. Say, I'll take a steak, give me the ribeye, give me the filet, and some bologna. What the fuck?
Yeah, I can't.
I just
can't
feel
ride
like
the
it's
Eagles.
off. I just feel like it's off brand for him. Like the Eagles pick was on brand for him.
Eagles to beat the Niners, and he's got a 5-way part. The other ones were great, all money line bets, and then he's got Philly money line against San Francisco.
I don't think it's
he's
that
got
crazy.
Philly.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that crazy. I mean, I wouldn't pick it, but I don't think it's that crazy.
I don't think it's that crazy. I wouldn't pick
Yeah,
it.
it looks like he's taking all favorites, and then he goes Philly. He goes, oh well, never mind then. Okay.
The Dumper
Carson
Express.
Wentz.
That's what I'm going to call his bet. When you hop on Hayden's bets,
What? Hey,
on
hey,
the train,
Zook,
it's the Dumper Express.
Zook, what's your can't lose parlay today?
Oh, let's hear it. Write it down, baby.
I haven't made it yet. So you,
Cook it up right here on the show.
Hey,
Let's
you
go.
got to
I'll-
clip
I'll
that off from
ride
last
with you.
week. What
I'll
is it?
do-
Definitely, I don't know, maybe, kind of, maybe.
Yeah, kind of. I think this might
Zook.
maybe
I don't think
could have win.
I don't know if I ended up making one last week. Yeah, I just wasn't very confident.
Let's build it. Let's build this right here on the show, Zook. Come on, let's do it.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
figure out what we
Well,
got.
let me. I need some time. Seattle will definitely be in it.
Well, in the meantime, let's read some comments. Cameron
The
says
Seahawks.
Cook is going
Seahawks
off. I feel
points.
like he says Dalvin Cook's going to go off. Caller
I
Joe
don't
says
usually
Laura's the
bet the
MVP of the
over-unders.
show. Says she's saving lives on and off the clock, with Dad getting the late gum there.
Thank you.
It's 57, Big Web.
My
right now.
phone's messed up.
57. Hayden
Yeah.
says Vegas licking their chops on the Hawks -6. Let's see on the Hawks -6 lovers. I need a co-pilot on the Dumper Express. You in, Zook?
Yeah, I'm in. I'm in on the Dumper Express.
All right, there we
for
go.
all of his dog picks.
Hey,
My phone just crapped out, so the
Okay.
can't lose
The,
parlay
Can't
has
lose
lost.
parlay
See-
will not be placed today, so
Yeah.
can't
TJ
lose. It's not going to lose.
TJ, the line movement is out for the Patriots. Chiefs. Patriots plus 11
Wow, with Stidham.
with Stidham.
Chiefs Pats plus 11.
Oh, Hoyer starting.
Is that right?
Tolly, who is a Patriots
They
fan, said
hate
Hoyer starting.
Stidham.
Oh,
They
it's
have
Hoyer?
to hate
Hoyer?
him.
He said Hoyer starting.
That's crazy.
Interesting. Plus
Plus
11.
11.
It's still the Patriots.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
It's still Bill.
They don't
I
have
don't
enough.
know.
They don't have enough. They just
Mon-
Bill
money-
is awesome, but they
money
don't
line-
have anything.
Money line, yes, not 11 points. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see what
Yeah.
happens. What a week it's
Yeah, you know
going
what
to
the
be.
money
in week
line is?
4.
The money line is minus 800.
I'll play.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's not even worth
Minus
it. Bet the Patriots have some fun. I mean, like, my God. Okay. Well, there you go. That's us for week 4. Some interesting games, to say the least. It's going to be a weird record week this week. Fantasy, too. It's a weird year. It's a weird year overall in football and in the world. So we'll see what happens. All right, that'll do it. God bless our awesome producer, Nick Tolley, killing it on the first day.
Wait, Tally?
He learned this thing about
Thank
a
you,
half hour
Tolley.
before the show and did a great job. So good job, Tolley. He'll be in as our regular producer. For Tolley, for Nick Yale, for Zook, for Big Web, I'm TJ. See you next week. Good luck.